Hey friends, welcome back to the channel. Did a lot of bee work this weekend, didn't do a lot of filming. It was just it was really overcast, especially yesterday and Saturday and Friday as well. And we had some light rain kind of come in and out throughout the day, and we just had to squeeze in the bee work when we could. It ended up being a lot of moving pieces. So I didn't do any filming, but I do have a clip of some stuff that Christina did, which I'll talk about in a second today. So what were we up to this weekend in the bee yard? Well, the girls behind me were all gone through, and we started seeing some swarm cells. So let me switch you around here and show you what I'm talking about. Okay, so hive number 7 there on the end has been our best producing hive so far. Unfortunately, when we went into them on Saturday, there were pretty well developed queen cells in there. So we went ahead, pulled the queen out, made a 5-frame nuke with her, and took the remaining frames from that 8-frame box and actually put them on hive 13 on the other end here. So we took her down to 2 brood boxes. The rest of the boxes on there are supers. And our plan is to requeen her here in a couple of days towards the end of the week with my California queen on the other bench over there. Hive 29, or 39, sorry, right next to 7, doing well in terms of production, but again, saw a couple cups with eggs in them. That doesn't necessarily mean that they will continue through the swarm, but gave us a little bit of pause. So we tried to knock those down, added some more super space. The flow is definitely on in terms of our major source, the tulip poplar, is in full bloom. I think that may have came in actually just before Mother's Day weekend and then got washed out by the rains that we had on Mother's Day weekend, but they're definitely in full bloom. Hive 6 saw no signs of swarm cells going, and they now have 3 supers on. Hive 29, our purple hive, her brood looks great. I mean, they look like a great hive. They are just way behind. Their super, which has been on for full week now, they haven't touched. Pulled a frame or 2 of brood out. The pattern looks amazing. She has a good population. No swarm cells, so we're gonna let her ride another week. If we had more time, we may requeen her. We would have possibly thought about requeening her for a more from a hive that's just been more productive, at least starting with eggs from them, but we did not make that move just yet. The pink hive, hive number 2, they're doing okay on production for us. The problem with them is the brood nest is a mess. I don't know if the queen is failing. We didn't see any super seizure cells or emergency cells. Saw what looked like some suspect swarm cells going in. Crushed those, put a second super on. We'll see how this week goes. Their brood nest is just a mess though. She didn't have what I would say to be too much brood, and you would expect quite a bit at this time of year. It was, yeah, I don't know, friends. There's something going on with her. She will probably be requeened, or that colony will likely be requeened in the very near future. Again, we debated doing it this weekend, but we had enough bee work as it is and just didn't get to it. And then hive 13 is was a queenless split off of my original green hive that was over here. They successfully requeened themselves, so I gave them some extra brood and an extra 3rd brood box off of hive number 7 when we took the queen out, and they're doing good, so they look good. So that's pretty much it for this bench. Now, when we talk about the nectar flow coming in, it's definitely coming in. I've got at least two massive tulip poplars right behind me here. A few of these trunks that you can kind of see behind me belong to very large tulip poplars, and they are very bloomed out, which is awesome. Some of those supers have some really good weight to them. Some they're kind of in the process, so we're just trying to make sure that everybody has plenty of space. because working bees during the week for us is challenging. So we tend to do most of our bee work on Saturdays or Sundays, sometimes scoot out after work on a Friday. But most of the time it's Saturdays or Sundays. So I'm coming around now and I want to check out and show you what we kind of got going on with our new bench. What we ended up doing with that yellow hive, who had some swarm cells going in on Monday when we did our last round of bee work, we took that queen out, let them go queenless all week. She went through, knocked those queen cells down, and then she shook all the frames off, knocked the queen cells down, and then we're doing a newspaper combined with one of the resource queens that we had. That white box in between the yellows is the queen that came off of hive number 15 when we took that queen out because of swarm cells. So we are newspaper combined, requeening 17 with that queen, and then you can see the supers on top. And then hive number 15 is queenless. Their queen should be emerging in the next 2-ish days, I believe. So we're going to let that one ride out through its entirety and hope that they successfully have a good queen come out and that she gets successfully mated. Their production has been pretty decent, and so we'll kind of see where they go. Hive number 18 there is my California queen. Wednesday I'm going to move her into 8-frame equipment, and then Thursday I'm going to do a newspaper combined with that hive number 7 to get them queen right again. And then my green hive there, hive number 3, they were an earlier season split. This is the queen right side. They're doing good. She rebounded nicely, she's built back up nicely, and we got 2 supers on her. So all in all, that's good. Now, for any of the regular subscribers and followers, maybe you've picked up on there's a few missing hives, and let me chat about that for a second. So today I moved 2 hives to my new outyard. They were both nukes. They're both queen right. They're both queens that have come out of some of these hives that we've had to split because of the swarm cells lately. So I went out there today. I'll drop in a photo of those installed on their new hive stand there. The installation went great spot to grow the apiary over time, plenty of space, so I'm really excited about that. I'll drop in here the footage of Christina doing the newspaper combined. It's a quick time lapse of that. So that's kind of wrap it up for us today, guys. Sorry for the kind of lack of footage and filming. I'm gonna try to keep this one really short. Everything's good here at Alexandria Honey Company, just trying to keep up with these bees. Definitely throwing swarm cells late in the season this year. You know, the flow is on. The tulip poplars, which is a major nectar source for us, are on, but we're still seeing some swarm cell signs or swarm cells being formed with eggs, and you know, it's looking like they're gonna move out on us. So we're trying to stay ahead of that, trying to keep girls in our yard, trying to keep these production colonies as production colonies. So a lot of moves, a lot of moving things around and juggling. But I hope everybody's great. I hope everybody's doing awesome. Hope everybody's bees are good. And again, appreciate to all our new subscribers. If you're not a new subscriber and you enjoy the content, please make sure to hit that like and subscribe button. And hopefully next weekend I'll be able to actually do some more filming on inspecting these hives. But until then, friends, take care, and we'll see you back real soon.